Homemade blender ice cream, super easy to make, ready in just one step. You do not need to blend, freeze, and blend again to make this ice cream. With few ingredients, this is the perfect recipe for anyone looking for a way to make money at home. Let us take advantage of this heat that is coming back strong to sell and increase profits. In this video, I will share all the secrets so you can make the perfect homemade ice cream with great yield. If you are new here and you like this kind of sales videos, popsicles and ice creams, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell. You will not regret it. There is a new video every day on the channel, so take the chance to leave your like at the beginning of the video so you do not forget, and come check the step-by-step. A super important tip: whenever you make any ice cream recipe, all liquid ingredients must be very cold. You can leave them in the freezer for a while before using. I will start by adding 1 carton of heavy cream. This heavy cream is very cold, and since you always ask, I will show the brands of condensed milk and heavy cream I use in this video. Remember that for this recipe, you can use any brand. Okay, for condensed milk, I like to use the one that has 8% fat and is affordable. To make this ice cream, it also works to use condensed milk mixes and culinary cream. You can use them, just make sure everything is very cold. Here I am adding a 395-gram can of condensed milk. The full ingredient list, yield, and container size I will leave in the video description for you. In this recipe, there will be only 400 milliliters of very cold whole milk. I left everything in the freezer for about 2 hours before using. The emulsifier that cannot be missing in any ice cream recipe. It gives creaminess, increases yield, and helps bind our base. That is why it yields so much. You find the emulsifier in stores that sell party supplies, confectionery products, and ice cream products. The amount is 1 full tablespoon. It is very important to follow the step-by-step of this recipe exactly, using the same quantities I used, so your recipe will work too. For this recipe, you will also need to use the ice cream stabilizer. But the ice cream stabilizer is not used in large quantity. It is just a little, half a tablespoon. If you add more ice cream stabilizer than recommended, your ice cream will not freeze at the temperature of your freezer. This adaptation is so you can make it in your conventional home freezer. Now I will blend for approximately 1 minute before adding the rest of the ingredients. If your blender is not a 2-liter blender, you will have to split this recipe into 2 steps. Blend 1/2, then the other. Okay, when it reaches that point, it is time to add the remaining ingredients. Here, I will add half a cup of sugar. I am using regular granulated sugar. To flavor, 1 packet of powdered drink mix in the flavor of your choice. I chose strawberry. This base is quite heavy, so you must use a powerful blender. If your blender is one of the weaker ones and it cannot handle it, and you notice it is not blending, you can add a little milk. Just do not add too much. Add only a little until it blends again. If you have a mixer and want to use it, you can also make this same base following the same steps I used in the blender. Even those basic mixers, not necessarily a stand mixer, work to make this ice cream. If you make this same recipe in a mixer, it will yield much more, about 4 liters. In the blender, it yields approximately 2 liters, but I brought the blender version because I know many people do not have a mixer and want to make ice cream to sell. Because this base yields a lot, the powdered drink mix alone is not enough to give a beautiful color. So I will add a little soft gel food coloring in super red. Yes, it is red, but it will make the base pink. If you prefer to make this base in the mixer, you will need to add a little more sugar and another packet of powdered drink mix. As the yield increases, the flavor becomes milder if you make it in the mixer. Look at the wonderful creamy consistency this ice cream base gets. Now it is time to fill the containers. I will show you which container I use. I like to use these containers that are 140 milliliters each. So this pot is very cheap, but you can use any pot with a lid. I fill the container with the ice cream base up to the marking. To enhance this recipe and make it even more attractive for the customer, you can add ice cream syrup that you find in any supermarket, or you can put jam. It does not need to be a lot, just a little to catch the customer eye, because when you see an ice cream, you always remember that syrup that cannot be missing. I have many ice cream recipes to share with you, but most of them need a mixer. Would you like to learn them anyway? Comment here. I have many ice cream bases that do not use condensed milk or heavy cream, and that are super creamy and yield as much as this. If you want to learn, comment here. I want the recipe for ice cream without blender and without heavy cream, and I will teach you. Leave in the comments the ice cream flavors you would like to learn. And look at how much ice cream it yielded. It made 15 containers of 140 milliliters. I recommend that you make this ice cream and leave it in the freezer overnight because it gets better. Ice cream takes more time to freeze than popsicles. I will take it to freeze, and I will come back with the result of this ice cream that looks a lot like professional ice cream from an ice cream shop. Ice cream ready? As I told you, this ice cream looks like that professional ice cream from an ice cream shop. Very creamy indeed. I am sure that if you make this recipe, you will not regret it. When I say it looks like ice cream from an ice cream shop, it is because of this. It looks like real churned ice cream and not frozen foam. If you have never worked with ice cream and are afraid to try, start with this recipe and you will love making ice creams to sell too. That was today's recipe. I really hope you enjoyed it. Do not forget to leave your like, share this recipe with someone who needs extra income, and leave in the comments which ice cream flavor you want to see next on the channel.